Hi guys, and happy weekend. So I hope that you guys had a great week, and welcome to the season of Mercury retrograde. But let's just not look at this like a bad thing, right? So we want to raise higher than that. Mercury is a teacher, right? Look at it this way. If Mercury is a god and he is taking a 3-week break, then maybe we should slow down as well. We should start observing before reacting. We should also take a little bit of time and recharge our energy, right? So wherever you are, we know that we've got the shit, right? So let's shake that off, right? So today we are doing our reading for the week of January 17th to January 23rd, and we're using the Sacred Creators deck by Chris Ann and the Tea Leaf Oracle, which I have no idea who made it. It's a little bit older, but it is one of my favorites, and we're just taking a look at the energy for this coming week. So if you guys are ready for your readings, head over to www.lightwitchtarotshop.com, choose your reading, and you will be scheduled for September right now, 2022. You guys know what I always say. I know it's a long wait, but hopefully it will be one that is worth it. So let's go ahead and kind of bring you over here, and we have our decks ready to go. So on my altar, I always get asked this question. We are burning a sacred altar spirit candle in the tea light form, and we're also burning a divination candle on the other side. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be pulling out those cards. And I kind of chose these decks because I want to kind of dive deep without any sugarcoat, but I also want to bring a lot of inspiration. I feel like we need this inspiration. We need to be reminded of the good things. You know, we need to sometimes step out of that sarcasm that you all know that I love, and really, really, really begin to believe in ourselves, right? So what we're going to do, as you can see, I broke this deck in two. It's a very, very thick deck, so it's kind of impossible to shuffle. And it's also circle. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here at what we have. And basically what we're seeing here is the energy of changes, the now and sacred mirror. So this is definitely a time of a shift. We're kind of seeing that instantly here, right? So we're stepping into the unknown, right? We're stepping into something new, maybe a transition of some sort, some kind of leaving the old behind, right? So we're being asked to be in this very present moment. So I think these two are beautiful together. Anytime that we encounter change, or anytime that we're getting ready to embark on a new journey, the ego will suddenly just get really loud, try to fill you up with doubt, try to tell you that you don't have what it takes. And the ego is not a bad thing. The ego is essentially a good tool. But sometimes when we allow it to take over, that's when it becomes a little bit annoying, right? So in order for us to believe in ourselves a little bit, we want to be careful where our mind is going. Usually in a time of change, our mind is going to get filled with doubt. We're going to start doubting ourselves. We're going to start doubting our worth, right? So this is going to be a great week to be in the present moment, to not allow your mind to go into the what if mode, and what if this happens, and what if that happens. No, I want you to take a deep breath anytime this is happening, and I want you to bring yourself to the moment. Another good thing to do when your energy feels stale, when it feels heavy, instead of reaching for the sage or the cedar, whatever it is that you use, I want you to shake your body. I want you to shake your hair, right? I want you to move your body, because a lot of times the stagnant energy, all that it needs is a little bit of shaking for it to go out. Every time that I move my body and I shake it like a crazy person, I always instantly just feel much better, right? We see the sacred mirror. So the sacred mirrors is also a time where we might be going really deep inside, or we might be also the mirror for somebody. Everybody is a mirror for everybody, right? So this is going to be a great week to watch out for things that are getting under your skin, right? For things that are making you feel a certain way. Instead of just saying, oh, it's because it's annoying, I want you to really study that, right? There might be things that are kind of nudging at you, saying, hey, I'm ready to be healed. I'm ready to be looked at. I want you to study this, right? So I want you to see anything that happens like that as a challenge rather than a problem, right? Anytime that we label something a problem, it instantly takes us negative frequency, right? So let's start seeing everything as neutral. But this is going to be a week where we're really feeling this transition. So don't be surprised if what you used to like before all of a sudden you don't. We're feeling that old skin shedding, and we're really stepping into that power. We have the energy of the mountain, of the skull, of the teardrops, and the elephants, right? So we see that we still have some major challenges to overcome, but this is also telling us that we're on the right track, right? So enlightenment is not easy. We know that. Spirituality, whatever you want to call it, it is a hard, crazy road. But it's a good thing to know that we are on the right path. We see the energy of the skull, right? So there's secrets that might come up to the surface, right? So you definitely want to trust your intuition before your intuition makes sense. With that Venus on retrograde and now Mercury, you definitely want to be very careful with who you're sharing information, right? Or where you're getting your information, because not everything that you hear will be true, right? So the next one that we see is the energy of teardrops, right? So we may be dealing with a lot of great personal sorrow, but I don't want you to see your sadness as a negative thing. Sadness in my indigenous ways is seen as medicine. There's sadness medicine, there's anger medicine. It only brings you a huge relief. When we're sad, it means that our frequency is saying something's not working, something doesn't feel right. Let's move on, or let's heal this, right? So the next one that we see is the energy of the elephant. So when we see the elephant, this is knowing that we're in for a long journey, right? So this could be mental, this could be physical, right? But it will leave you wiser at the end. Now, I love all these cards because they're all coming together, because the main energy that we're seeing for next week is starting some kind of transition, starting some kind of change, right? So while you're going through this, remember, my favorite affirmation is, you guys should know it by now, we've got this shit. So I love you guys. I'll see you next weekend. Lots of love and light for everyone, and blessed be. Bye-bye.